राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे राम राम हरे। जय जय प्रभुपाद जय शिल प्रभुपाद, जय जय प्रभुपाद जय शिल प्रभुपाद। श्री नाम संकीर्तन की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं, देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया, भगवतेरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय Govindaya Namo Namaha. Reading from Srimad Bhagvatam, 10th Canto, chapter number 85, chapter entitled Lord Krishna Instructs Vasudeva, text number 23. Aham yoyam asavarya imecha dwarkaukasha sarvepi evam yadu shrestha vimrigya sacharacharam aham yoyam asavarya imecha dwarkaukasha sarvepi evam yadu shrestha vimrigya sacharacharam aham yoyam asavarya imecha dwarkaukasha sarvepi evam yadu shrestha vimrigya sacharacharam. Mataji's word to word meaning. Aham, I, yoyam, you, asau, he, Arya, my respected brother Balaram, ime, these, cha, and Dwaraka Okashah, inhabitants of Dwarka, Sarve, all, Api, even, Evam, in this same way, Yadu Shrestha, or best of the Yadus, Vimrigya, to be considered, Sa, along with, Chara, that which moves, Acharam, and that which does not move. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Lord Krishna is speaking to Vasudeva in reply to his uh, lot of prayers. We'll read. So after Vasudeva uh, offered prayers, Lord Krishna reply began from text number 22. So we'll first read 22. The Supreme Lord said, "My dear Father, I consider your statements appropriate since you have explained the various categories of existence by referring to us, your sons." Purport. Posing as Vasudeva's dependent son, Lord Krishna expresses gratitude for his father's edifying instructions. Translation and purport. Text 23 by disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada disciples ki jai. Translation. Not only I, but also you, along with my respected brothers and these residents of Dwarka, should all be considered in this same philosophical light, O best of the Yadus. Indeed, we should include all that exists, both moving and non-moving. Purport. To protect his parents' intimate relationship with him, Lord Krishna stresses the oneness of all existence in this statement to his father Vasudeva. Vasudeva had been reminded of his son's greatness by hearing the sages gathered at Kurukshetra. But his sense of awe was ruining his intimate parental relationship with Krishna, and therefore Krishna wanted to dispel it. We should not misunderstand the oneness Lord Krishna speaks of here. The subtle words of the Upanishads often misled impersonalists into believing that all existence is ineffably one, without any variety in the ultimate issue. Some Upanishadic mantras emphasize the sameness of God and His creation, while others speak about their difference. Tattvamasi Shvetaketu, you are that, O Shvetaketu. For example, is an Abhed Vakya, a mantra affirming that all things are one with God, being His dependent expansions. But the Upanishads also contain many Bhedavakyas, statements that affirm the unique distinguishing qualities of the Supreme, such as this statement. Kaevanyat kaha pranayat yadi esha akasha anando na syat esha evanandyati. Who would there be to activate the creation and give life to all beings if this infinite Supreme were not the original enjoyer? Indeed, He alone is the source of all pleasure. This is from Taittiriya Upanishad 2.7.1. By the influence of Supreme Lord's bewildering Maya, envious impersonalists read the Bhedavakyas literally and accept the Bhedavakyas only in figurative way. Authoritative Vaishnava commentaries, on the other hand, carefully reconcile the apparent contradictions in accordance with the interpretative principles of Vedic Mimamsa and logically established conclusions of Vedanta. Thus ends the purport. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Stam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashat Desatarane Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratshe Namah हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरम् हरे कृष्णा So I humbly seek blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas here so that we may be able to speak for the purification of our heart, for the glorification of the Lord, as a service to all devotees and for the benefit of everyone. Hare Krishna. So Krishna is a supreme person and hence he likes to be dealt very personally because he is person. Ours is very, very personal philosophy. And Krishna likes to have very personal relationship with his devotees. He wants devotee to feel that intimacy with him that nourishes the devotees and that pleases Krishna. As we are seeing here in this very episode where Vasudev, in one sense in the previous verses, if we read the verses and the commentary, we find that Vasudev is his affection, intimate parental affection and love for Krishna is actually getting choked because of hearing so much glories of Krishna from the sages. And that's why Krishna, when after Vasudeva is telling who is Krishna and Balaram, they are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they are the creator of everything, all material elements are manifesting from him. You know, Krishna, to bring back the intimacy of something uh, which is difficult to understand, that you know, in an ordinary way, difficult to understand what Krishna started saying. You know. So Krishna is making a point that, my dear father, you know, in text 22 is saying, my dear father, I consider your statements appropriate since you have explained various categories of existence by referring to us, your sons, saying that we are actually your sons, and just indicating us, you are actually explaining the universal philosophy. It's not that we are God or something. And that's why today's verse, Krishna is then making a point. Not only I, you know, it's not just what he's saying. Aham yuyam asavarya. You know, not only I'm talking of myself, along with my respected brother Balaram, But all these residents of Dwarka, they should be also considered in the same philosophical way. So in that way, Krishna is telling that your statements are true for everyone. Actually, I am just your son only. But just your. So Krishna is speaking in a way that Vasudev can come back to the intimate parental affection. And then Krishna is further saying, not only that, he's saying, Vimegra sa chara charam. Indeed, we should include all that exists, both moving and non-moving. Right? Everything. Everything actually is part of the Supreme, and hence everything should be considered in that light. So we'll discuss these 2 points as in the purport. There are 2 paragraphs, and we'll try to focus on these 2 themes. So first point is the purpose of Krishna's statement, right, in the Leela. And then second point we'll see Tattva, right. So here from the Leela we can understand that, and with a lot of practical application we'll try to understand these 2 subjects. It has deep implications in our own lives. So the first point is that Krishna is a very is a supreme person, and he likes personal dealings with his devotees. He don't like just very formal dealings. And that is so much true in our own lives, because we are also part and parcel of Krishna, and hence this is so much true for us. We have to deeply think on that. We also can't be happy in our own lives by any amount of external pampering, right? External success, external accomplishments, results. These things won't give us real happiness, right? Without, real personal relationships. That's why it is said that relationship is the basis of happiness, right? And sometimes this is going on deep in the heart, that yes, what I'm looking for is a wonderful, loving relationship, very personal relationship. But a person is carried away in trying to accomplish things, to make himself very big and prominent person by trying to get so many material things, right? And thinking that those material things can make us happy. But actually, without personal loving relationships, we can never be happy. In this world, if you try to see all the pursuits, so pursuits in this world is for earning money, accumulating lot of wealth, right? For making lot of followers, nowadays through Facebook and Instagram and I don't know what all the things have come, right? So to get more likes, you want to get likes like that. But actually, the real hankering, why one wants, if one goes little deeper, or to get more comfortable bungalow, to get so many things, so many external pampering. But if you go a little deeper, we find that we are all looking for very personal touch, very personal touch in our lives. And we think, or the world makes us think, the modern day propaganda makes us think that if you get some material things, that will bring you relationship, and that's what motivates. The motivation for doing any work is that personal relationship only, right? And that's the reason. It is said, the person who is not at all doing any work in the village, they say, कोई काम नहीं कर रहा है, responsibility नहीं ले रहा है, तो क्या बोलता है? शादी करा दो. शादी करा दो तो क्या होगा? कुछ relationship के कारण motivation आएगा life में. So without personal relationship, actually we don't have any motivation, in life. So, and sometimes we forget that, and we get busy with just external success, external accomplishment, external results. But unfortunately, none of how much ever we get this, we can't be happy because we are looking for personal relationship. So that's why Krishna here, also we are seeing that Krishna is not so pleased when devotees just glorify his greatness. That's nice. At least he has come out of glorifying himself, and now he's glorifying Krishna. That's wonderful, right? But that greatness, glorification, you know, when it is imbued with intimacy, love, and affection, you know, that is very, very wonderful. So Krishna is actually looking for that personal, loving relationship. As we'll read some verses from Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, where Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is telling why Krishna appears in this world, right? So and Janmashtami is also coming, and it is very much in connection to the first theme of our today's discussion. That why actually Krishna comes, what is the purpose, you know. So this is Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, 4th chapter, text number 15. It is being explained here. Text number 15 onwards we will read. प्रेम रस निर्यास करिते आस्वादन राग मार्ग भक्ति लोके करिते प्रचारन रसिक शेखर कृष्ण परम करुण एई दुई हेतु हैते इच्छार उद्गम. So very clearly Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is saying that there are two reasons why Krishna is descending. So, translation: the Lord's desire to appear was born from two reasons. The Lord wanted to taste the sweet essence of mellows of love of God, and He wanted to propagate devotional service in the world on the platform of spontaneous attraction. Thus, He is known as supremely jubilant and as the most merciful of all. So, this is the reason of Krishna's appearance. Mahaprabhu's appearance comes much later in the same chapter, but this is about Krishna. So Krishna is coming, because he wanted to show what pleases him. He descended and exhibited Vrindavan pastimes to show what pleases him the most, right? And he wanted to taste that wonderful mellows of love of God. So Ras Aswadana. And also to explain what pleases me. So let's see the next verse. What Krishna is thinking. Next verse onwards is thoughts of Krishna. Aishwarya gyane te sab jagat mishrita aishwarya shithila preme nahi mora prita. Lord Krishna thought, all the universe is filled with conception of my majesty, but love weakened by that sense of majesty does not satisfy me. So that is the context of today's verse, right? So Krishna is not satisfied because that love is weakened by the sense of majesty, and that's what happened to Vasudeva here. He heard from the sages, and now he's feeling Krishna's supreme lord, and that's why the spontaneous parental affection of Vasudeva is hindered, and Krishna is invoking that back, by speaking these beautiful verses. And then next line Krishna is saying, Amare Ishwar mane apna ke hina tar prema vasha ame na hai adhina. If one regards me as Supreme Lord and himself as subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love, nor can it control me. Right? Because you want to consider me God and yourself servant, so okay. So I remain God, you remain servant. Ye yathama prapaddante. Whereas the next line Krishna is saying, this is Krishna's thought process. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is revealing Krishna's thought. Amakata je je bhakta bhaje jai bhave tare se bhave bhaji e mora swabhave. In whatever transcendent mellows my devotee worship me, I reciprocate with him. That is my natural behavior. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajameham mam vartman vartante manushya partha sarvasha. In whatever way my devotee surrenders unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pratha. So in that way, those who worship in Aishwarya, I reciprocate accordingly. But the next verse, Krishna says, Mora putra, mora sakha, mora pranapati, e bhave jai more kare shuddha bhakti, apna ke bada mane amare samahina, sei bhave hayamita haradhina. If one cherishes pure loving devotion to me, thinking of me as his son, his friend, or his beloved, regarding himself as great, and considering me his equal or inferior, I become subordinate to him. Because this is love. This is intense love. And that's what Krishna is looking for, and that's what we can see. The practical application is also we can see in our life. We are also looking for this very love, right, in our lives. Without this loving reciprocations and relationships, we can never be happy. And similarly, in our pursuit of you know advancing in devotional service, we have to remember the very focus of our lives to develop uh, this ultimate unmotivated unconditional love for Krishna. So this is the uh, very first point. You know. So Krishna wants his devotees to deal with him in such a way, you know, that it doesn't chokes love for Krishna. So two application point from the first very theme is that in our own lives, when we reflect being Krishna's part and parcel, we should understand our real needs. Our real need is not the material things because we are not matter, we are a spirit soul. Our real need is that intimate personal relationship, and hence we should be ready to give away. Uh, when it comes to developing relationship with devotees in our life, we should be ready to give away and take out some special time for that. We should be ready to give away all material considerations or sacrifice something. Our so-called accomplishments or because none of these things can make us happy. Right? So-called success. Because if we see success, what in this world people look for is also for the purpose of relationship only. They think that if I have some nice success, if we go deeper, we can see that they want to have success so that they can show. Just like in the sports also, you see if someone wins, they want to look back the audience and you know or in the audience if his father or his some friend is there, he wants to look back and show, देखो मैंने करके दिखाया. जय श्री श्री निताय गौरांग भगवान की जय. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So all in our life is looking for, is this kind of loving personal reciprocation, right? And hence in Vaishnava circles, the application point of this is that we should give priority, and we should give priority to develop relationship with devotees, right? Because and not just be busy in trying to accomplish and doing things, because else our heart will become very dry, and ultimately everything will fail. The project will fail because ultimate project is to please Krishna, and Krishna won't be happy if our dealings with devotees are not very pleasing. And second thing is our dealings with Krishna. Krishna is also uh, uh, looking for such a deep personal relationship. So all the services in Krishna consciousness movement is very very personal. So we have to see Krishna as person, just like chanting Hare Krishna. Just to give the most important activity of our day is to chant the holy names. So chanting Hare Krishna, holy name is a personal Krishna himself, right? So to deal with Krishna as a person, chanting Hare Krishna is a time where we want to invest our time in developing relationship with Krishna. It's like a it's like one-to-one personal time with Krishna, like that. But the tendency is to just complete the round so that I can go to the next activity and the next activity, and in that way we miss out the very opportunity to develop that deep relationship. So, and that's why this is one very important struggle, which a sadhaka should make. Even by making this struggle that I want to be personal, I don't want to be just routine in my dealings with Krishna, which we do through our devotional service practices. Even deity worship also, even in deity worship, I've seen sometimes. Sometimes there is a tendency, I'm just thinking about myself. I have this tendency that you just want to complete the task, okay, by this time it has to happen, and somehow or the other this process has to finish, that process has to finish, and done. Even deities who are such a personal God, there is a chance. So that's why there has to be conscious effort. Then when we deal with deities, we deal with holy names, we deal with Bhagavatam, we deal with Srila Prabhupada, we deal with devotees, we deal very personally, and that will satisfy our heart, that will satisfy Krishna and the devotees, right? And that satisfaction of Krishna and devotees, will actually bring out real happiness and Krishna consciousness in our lives and in lives of others. Okay, so that is the very first important theme of uh, this purport, the first paragraph of the purport. And the second paragraph is another interesting one, where Krishna here is talking about oneness. So in the purport, it is explained about that Krishna is talking about this oneness or Abheda Tattva. Right? Abheda Tattva is emphasizing on Abheda Tattva. The purpose is very clear. We discussed the purpose. The purpose is so that Vasudev can feel intimacy of parental affection. That's the purpose. Now let us try to focus on what is Abheda Tattva, as the second paragraph, which is much bigger, is being explained here. So here the purport is mentioned. We should not misunderstand the oneness Lord Krishna speak of here. So what is this oneness? And what these impersonalists uh, talk of oneness, and what actually oneness is. So let's try to understand this oneness. So we first of all, before entering into oneness, first we should understand that there is a bheda, right? So bheda is there. There is a difference. That is because we are tiny, we are always maintained. We can't maintain ourselves. We always need something to be maintained. We are fully dependent. Whereas Lord is biggest. He is Vibhu. We are Anu. Lord is the maintainer. We are maintained. Lord doesn't need anyone to get to maintain himself. Rather, he maintains everyone. And Lord is fully independent, and we are fully dependent. We just can't do anything without sanction of Krishna, right? So in that way, there is clear cut abhed. There's difference. So first, we establish it abhed. You know. Now, so Achintya Bheda Abhed. So it's a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy which is being explained here. Krishna is emphasizing on Abhed in the verse, but in the purport, uh, the disciples of Prabhupada and also Jiv Goswami and Vishnu Thakur, from where the purports are coming, they are emphasizing on both Achintya Bheda Abhed, so that we understand the philosophy well. So what is Abhed? Now from Tattva point of view, it's very simple, and we'll try to today discuss this Abhed from both from philosophical point of view, and which will be very brief, and but we'll try to see it more deeply from our practical application point of view. What is this Abhed applied in a life of a sadhaka? It's interesting. So first point is Abheda means that we are spiritual. We are not matter. That's the first meaning. That's the main meaning of Abhed, right? So, so we are not matter, and that's what here when the Abhed Vakya is mentioned here. That is Tattvam Asi Shweta Ketu. Oh Shweta Ketu, you are that. And when it said Tattvam Asi, that means you are not this matter. Right now you are identifying yourself with this material world. You are identifying with the 24 elements. You are not this. You are that. You are beyond this 24 elements. You are spiritual. You are Brahman. You are not matter. So Aham Brahmasmi. So that is the point. Which is practically the first teachings. In any, you go to any ISKCON course, and the first session or the first teachings is that you are not the body, you are a spirit soul, right? So that is meaning of Tattvamasi, right? So and that is meaning of Abhed, that Krishna is spiritual Satchidanand and you are Satchidanand, and hence you should not be hankering after matter. You should focus on developing your relationship with that Satchidanand, original Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is meaning of abhed. But now let us try to understand this little bit more deeply. You know, that okay, we are spiritual, and, and how can we revive our that original spiritual nature? You know? And hence, how can we become one with God? What is that oneness with God? You know, right? Obviously, we have already established that when we talk of oneness, we are dependent, and Lord is fully independent. Right? So here, what is meaning of this oneness, and how do we become? So let us see. So, so currently we are identifying with the matter, and we are busy collecting matter, making ourselves happy with material things. This absorption in matter is taking us away from our real original identity. That what is that identity? That we are servants of Krishna. We have relationship with Spirit. So now reviving that original identity, I am servant, means what? I am servant and Krishna is my master. So hence the servant has same goal as the master. Hmm. So that is the meaning of servant. If master wants this, the servant wants the same thing. This is called oneness, right? So when we revive that oneness, by aligning ourselves fully with what Krishna want, then we have become one. We have become a spiritual. Okay. So then, what is Krishna's plan? We go a little bit more deeper into this topic. So what is okay? What Krishna wants? If the jiva also wants that, then a jiva becomes one with God. Okay, right? In the terms of desire, because we are one. We are one team. It's like that one. Not like one means amalgamated into oneness like that. That never happens. That is never there. Oneness means we are one team. Yes, what Krishna wants, same thing I want. Jai. So now, what is Krishna's plan? What Krishna wants? Why Krishna should want anything, anyways? Krishna is fully satisfied. So then, what Krishna wants then? So if we understand very deeply, Krishna, he is simply obliged and becomes grateful for the love of his devotees. And only thing Krishna wants is he wants to make his devotees happy. Right? He wants to make his very dear devotees happy. That's all. So that means Krishna's desire is to make his dear devotees happy. So if the jivas also desire to make his dear devotees happy, right, then we become one. Right? Right? So that is the meaning. So if we also align with this mission of trying to please his devotees, then actually our life is perfect. So in this regard, we will see one uh, beautiful, beautiful purport of Srila Prabhupada from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 11, text number 27. So this is the pastime in context to Maharaj Pratap Rudra, who is trying to get an appointment with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya met with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected the idea, right? Said it is impossible. How can I ever meet a Vishay? And so in that way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is rejecting in the beginning part. And later on, Ramananda Rai, he is approached Pratap Rudra Maharaj, and now actually here what is happening in this context, actually Ramananda Rai has come to join Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Ramananda Rai is telling Chaitanya Mahaprabhu what has happened, and he is glorifying Pratap Rudra Maharaj, and he is telling Pratap Rudra Maharaj that he said that I duly informed King Pratap Rudra of your order to me to retire from service. By your grace, the king was pleased to relieve me of these material activities. And Ramananda says that I said, Your Majesty, I am now not willing to engage in political activities. I desire only to stay at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Please give me permission. All the symptoms of love. तुम्हारा ये वर्तन तुम्ही खाओ सही वर्तना निश्चिंत हैया भज चैतन्य चरण. As soon as he heard my petition, he immediately granted me a pension without restrictions. Thus, the king granted me a full salary as a pension and requested me to engage without anxiety in the service of your lotus feet. And then Pratap Maharaj started to say, then Pratap Maharaj very humbly said, I am most fallen and most abominable. I am unfit to receive an interview with the Lord. One's life is successful if one engages in his service. The king then said, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, the son of Maharaj Nanda. He is very merciful, and I hope that in future birth he will allow me an interview. You know. And then Ramanand Rai concludes saying that, my lord, I don't think that there is even a fraction of Maharaj Prataprud's loving ecstasy in me. The kind of way Prataprud Maharaj became happy hearing your name and the way he reciprocated with me, I can understand I don't have so much love. And hearing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said something very interesting. Prabhu kahe tumi Krishna bhakata pradhana, tuma ke je priti kore sei bhagyavana. So that is what makes Krishna very happy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, my dear Ramanand Rai, you are the foremost of all devotees of Krishna. Therefore, whoever loves you is certainly a very fortunate person. And next verse, very important. Tomate je eta priti hailara jara, ei gune Krishna tare koribe angikara. Because the king has shown so much love for you, Lord Krishna will certainly accept him. So this is the way of actually becoming one with Krishna's plan. Because see, here in this context we can see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted Ramanand Rai. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's plan is Ramanand Rai should retire and join him in Jagannath Puri and have nice Krishna Katha. And Prataprud Maharaj immediately, was so ecstatic. He helped Ramanand Rai accomplish Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire. So this is what, aligning. This is called as alignment. This is called oneness. That a devotee, when a jiva aligns with what Krishna wants, and what Krishna wants, he wants to make his devotees happy. He wants to see that devotees' plans are successful. Krishna ko to plan nahi hai kuch. Unko kuch zarurat nahi hai. But his devotees make some plan. If that plan is you assist, then Krishna says, now he is also part of my team. Then we become one, right? And that's why this purport is very important. Purport to this verse. Prabhupada's mentions. King Prataprud requested an interview with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Bhattacharya, who duly submitted the request. The Lord, however, immediately refused this interview. Now, when Ramanand Rai informed the Lord how eager the king was to see him, the Lord was immediately pleased. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested Ramanand Rai to retire from his government post and come to Sri Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri to live with him. When this proposal was submitted to King Prataprudra, he immediately accepted it and also encouraged Ramanand Rai by allowing him with a full pension. This was very much appreciated by the Lord, and this confirms the fact that the Lord is more pleased when one serves the servant of the Lord. In ordinary parlance, it is said, if you love me, love my dog. To approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one has to go through his confidential servant. This is the method. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu clearly says, because king loves you, Ramanand Rai, he is very fortunate. Krishna will certainly accept him due to his love for you. So this is because Krishna loves his devotees, and Krishna wants to see whatever the devotees desire. Somehow or the other, Krishna is working hard to make that successful, make that happen. Okay, devotee ने ये desire किया, अभी इसको करना पड़ेगा. Right? Krishna has no desire, but devotees have desire. Devotees want, how Krishna's name should be glorified. Then Krishna works hard to make it happen. Right? This is how actually everything works. When devotees, that is the significance of devotees' prayers. Right? So if our mission of life is to fulfill the mission of the pure devotees of the Lord, pure devotees have desire to serve Krishna, right? Then we are one with Lord. We are together. We are one team because Lord wants and we want, right? Right. So in the similar way, I was just contemplating. In a similar way, Srila Prabhupada desired here in this very holy place, that let there be a beautiful, gorgeous, and unique temple. Let there be, you know, uh, expansion of Krishna consciousness movement. You know, Krishna movement expands very powerfully. Prabhupada says, "This is my birthplace. You know, should do something unique, right?" So Prabhupada desired like that, you know, and now the Lord's, because Prabhupada desired, the Lord want to do it, right? You know, Lord want to make it happen. Lord want to see that my pure devotees' words come true, right? That is what Lord always does. Just like we see in pastime of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj says, the Lord is in the pillar, you know. Now Satyam Vedhatum Nij Britta Bhashitam. My Nij Britta has spoken something, I have to make it happen, right? And now Lord could have come with Shank Chakra Gada Padma also, you know, but no, he has to think of another Nijabhrata, that is Brahmaji. He has also spoken something. So okay, now making his words also true. So both the words, Prahlad Maharaj का word true करना है तो pillar से निकलना है, और ब्रह्मा जी का words prove करना है तो नरसिम्हा देव के form में आना है. So in that way to make all the words, whenever pure devotees say makes a word, Lord has to make all the arrangement to make those things true. That's it. So in a similar way, you know, when pure devotee desires, you know, just like I was hearing recently in Chopati, not recently, this is a very old lecture. I was hearing recently, very old lecture. And there Maharaj was telling, Radhana Swami Maharaj was telling that Srila Prabhupada came in 1972 to Bharati Vidya Bhavan, and he told to Shyam Sundar Prabhu, pointing his cane, that we should have a temple here. And that's it. You know, Prabhupada said it, then we don't know what happened. But many years later, you know, the temple came up there. You know, because Krishna has to do it. You know, Prabhupada has said something, it will happen. Now Krishna has to make some arrangement and make plan. And when we align with that plan, actually that should be our only mission. That is called oneness. You know, that is okay. Krishna, pure devotee has desired something. Now Krishna wants to fulfill it. So let me now assist. Let me now be a part of this. Then you become one. You are part of the same team, and this is called as reviving our spiritual nature. You know, we actually revive back. And same thing with matter. Krishna in the last line of this verse is saying, Vimagrya sacharacharam. So everything, same thing is true with even the matter. Because all matter, everything is also part of Krishna. And hence, only purpose is to serve Krishna. So when we use everything, so what is meaning of oneness of matter with Krishna? Okay, philosophically we understand it's a coming from Krishna. You know. But what is application point of view? You know, tattva and application, right? Application point of view, oneness means everything is meant for Krishna service, right? So when we use everything in Krishna service, then the spirituality of that matter is revived, right? So acharyas, they desire also the deliverance of the fallen souls. I was recently reading this very deep song of Srila Prabhupada. He wrote in Jalduta, Krishna Tava Punya Habe Bhai. If you try to meditate on that, Srila Prabhupada has such a great feeling that, because it says, the second paragraph of the song says, Tar Ichha Balavan Pascha Tete Thana Than Hoye Jabe Gaurangera Nam. Because Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his desire is very, very strong. He is so strongly wanted preaching to happen in the Western countries. Not only to Prabhupada, Bhakti Thakur told to many people, you preach in the Western world, you preach in the Western world. Bhakti Thakur was so intensely desiring. So Prabhupada is writing there. Prabhupada has not yet reached America. He is sitting in Jalduta and writing this prayer. And he's saying that Tar Ichha Balavan Pashyatete Thana Than Hoy Jabe Gaurangir Nam Prithvi Te Nagar Adi Asamudra Nada Nadi Saklei Loy Krishna Nam. Everyone is going to take Krishna's holy name. Why? Because Tar Ichha Balavan. Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur, your desire is so strong, it will happen. So pure devotees' desires, will surely happen. So all we need to do what now, Prabhupada, what he is doing in this song or in this mission, aligning with Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Okay, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's desire is there, it will anyways happen, and Krishna will has to fulfill. Let me now become instrument. So I am there, I am going, right? In the similar parampara, if we become instruments of Srila Prabhupada has desired, whatever Srila Prabhupada's desires are there, we become also instrument that, okay, it's going to happen anyways. Let me now become a part of this. So these prayers of Srila Prabhupada is so very deep. So to summarize of what we discussed today, first thing we discussed, we can't be happy in our own lives by external accomplishment, but only with personal loving relationships with Krishna and with devotees of Krishna. So we must take out time to invest in that loving relationship with devotees, uh, because that's what will nourish us. Somehow or the other we have to do that. I'm talking to myself, preaching to myself. Important for me. Second, we also discussed that Krishna is also looking for personal relationship with us. Not just some superficial, formal rituals of completing our rounds or completing some puja, but he's looking for that real, genuine affection and love. Uh, and third thing we discussed that what is the real oneness with God of Jiva and of with matter. That is, we align with the purpose of Krishna. And Krishna's only purpose is to please his pure devotees. उनका personal तो कुछ नहीं है, but whatever his pure devotees desire, Krishna want to make those things happen. Right? So, and devotees always knows the heart of Krishna. So devotees desire what Krishna wants, and Krishna wants what devotees want. In that way, pure devotees and Krishna are one. And when we align with the same mission, we also become one. And we also saw the example of Srila Prabhupada, how he was fixed up in that one mission, and he is inviting us also to join that one mission. And the action point is that we are so very fortunate being in ISKCON Newtown here. Uh, Somehow or the other, we are in the mission of Srila Prabhupada. Just all we need to do is from our heart to align, just align. And then in that way, we are in one with Gauranga's purpose of appearance here. Nitai Gauranga has appeared here to make Srila Prabhupada's desire, fulfill. So when we also want to fulfill desire, then we are one in the team with Nitai Gauranga. And that way, when we are actually like that one, then in that way our prayers become so deep, because what we're praying, Krishna, this is what you want, I am your instrument, I am ready to assist you, please help me. So basically you are asking Krishna to help in his mission, not in your mission. It is so deep. It is a very deep friendship with Krishna. Actually we develop deep relationship, we develop. Thank you very much. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna.